Hey, Sean. Um, how do I write? What tips do I have? What pointers do I have? I am so glad you asked. So glad that this is going to be a three-part series. The series, three-parter trilogy, just informational videos, are going to be really about what I've learned from writing, just kind of what I've accumulated over the past almost a year or so of excessively writing and kind of reading and kind of really getting into the stuff that I'm into right now. So everything that I've learned, not everything, but some of the few major things that I think will be helpful to young writers, aspiring writers, and I'm one of those. So really this is just me carrying along the information. So part one is two general areas of writing. There's two general styles of writing. The way like people write. The first is going to be architecture, and then organic. And let me kind of give you a rough idea of what those are. Now, granted, every writing style probably won't fit into those, but just general areas so you kind of know different paths you can take. Architecture is architectural writing is where you plan out your story, you plan out what you're going to write. Like you have a plot line, you have an outline, you have character descriptions, you have detailed notes, all that sort of thing. You know where the story is going to go, and it's kind of like filling in the blanks. Organic is where you don't really plan anything out, or not too much out anyways. You might have a couple ideas where you want the story to go, a couple ideas about the characters, their background, stuff like that, but for the most part, when you write, it's just you coming up with it on the spot, you kind of winging it. For me, organic writing is what works best because I can just sit down and write without having to plan stuff out, and everything that I've tried to do with an outline, typically I feel like after the outline I've already written the story. I don't know, that's just me. And you said you should be consistent with your writing. Write every single day. I disagree. You don't need to write every single day. I don't write every single day, but I think you should definitely read every day. That way you can have like larger vocabulary, larger idea of how authors write, different styles of writing, stuff like that. But writing every day I don't think is strictly necessary. I don't write every day, which you know and really ticks you off, but I really don't care. Mostly because as I write what I want to write. It's not, okay, I gotta write 500 words today out of inspiration, blah, blah, blah. I've got 500 words to fill. I've got 1,000 words to fill. I've got 2,000 words to fill each day. That's just not my style of writing. But then again, some people need that motivation to write. So find what works for you. If setting a goal each day is what you need, then do that. If just sitting down and writing every couple days, once a week, really is beneficial to you, then do that. And so that kind of is my conclusion of how often you should write, and the two styles of writing is find what works for you, especially with how you write. And so those are the two kinds of writing, architecture and organic, and I suggest that you find what works for you, and just let it go from there. If planning it out helps, then do that. If winging it helps, then do that. If setting goals for yourself helps, then do that. If writing every once in a while helps, then do that. So, Sean, I just suggest you do what works for you.